Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news. Something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Hey, Giants fans. What if I told you that right now there's a major shakeup happening in the NFC East? And it could have huge implications for your team? We're talking about a potential trade that could reshape the division. And all eyes are on the latest rumors swirling around the league. Rumors suggest that the New York Giants might be eyeing a bold move involving none other than Russell Wilson. Yes, you heard that right. Wilson, a quarterback with a long and storied career, is apparently on the radar for the Giants. And it's not just speculation for fun. This is serious. And it could be a game changer, especially as the NFL trade deadline approaches. Now, before we get into the details of this potential blockbuster, let's take a moment to understand the context. The Giants are currently sitting at 3-4, and while that record might not seem too impressive at first glance, there's a lot of room for growth and strategic moves to elevate the team. The team has been focusing on rebuilding their offense, especially with a younger core, and that includes developing players like Daniel Jones and focusing on a more youth-oriented offensive strategy. The Giants have been known for their strong defense in the past, but this season, they've been trying to find their rhythm on offense, trying to bring in fresh blood and new talent to complement their existing roster. One of the key points in this rumor is the Giants considering trading Russell Wilson in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick from the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would the Giants trade away a veteran quarterback like Wilson? Well, the answer lies in cap management and strategic rebuilding. Wilson, who's a Pro Bowler from 2012 through 2020, has had an up-and-down career recently but still brings a wealth of experience, leadership, and a proven track record of comebacks, something that teams highly value, especially in close games. Wilson's career stats are impressive. Over 45,000 passing yards, 342 touchdowns, and a TD rate of around 4.7%. He's been known for his mobility, reminiscent of a younger Aaron Rodgers. And in 2023, he added another dimension to his game with 110 rushing yards. His recent stats show he's still capable of playing at a high level. About 353 yards per game, with 7 touchdowns and 5 interceptions through 4 starts. His EPA per play is around 0.14. And his completion percentage sits at 64.2%. All solid numbers considering the context. Why would the Giants consider this move now? Well, one major reason is cap management. Wilson's contract, which has been a concern for some teams, is manageable for the Giants, who are looking to free up some space. They're prioritizing extensions for promising young players like Thibodeau and focusing on building a more dynamic, youthful offense around Daniel Jones and others. Wilson's cap hit in 2025 is around $28 million, which the Giants could see as a manageable expense, especially if it means acquiring a future draft pick that could help them build for the long term. But it's not just about cap space. There's also the strategic aspect. The Eagles, who currently sit at 6-1 and are a formidable opponent in the NFC, are looking for depth at the quarterback position. Their backup situation has been a concern, especially with Jalen Hurts as their starter. Philly is ranked 18th in quarterback depth, and they're reportedly seeking an experienced veteran to mentor Hurts and provide stability in case of injuries or situational needs. Wilson, with his experience in comeback victories and his leadership qualities, fits that role perfectly. His experience in high-pressure situations, especially in close games, would be invaluable for the Eagles, who are eyeing a deep playoff run this season. The Eagles' recent history shows that veteran leadership can be the difference in tight games. Their defense has been solid, ranked 14th in turnovers at just 1.4 per game. But adding a veteran like Wilson to mentor Hurts could elevate their chances even further. Their offense has been effective, but the addition of Wilson would give them a seasoned backup with a track record of success in the league. Plus, Wilson's mobility and ability to extend plays could be a perfect fit for some of the situations the Eagles face, especially when injuries happen or when they need a spark in the late stages of a game. Now, what does this mean for the Giants? Well, first, it signals a shift in their rebuilding approach. They're not just looking to develop Daniel Jones and their young offense. They're also open to making bold moves to improve their roster. The trade deadline is looming on November 4th, and teams often make moves that can alter the course of their seasons. If the Giants do go through with this trade, it could give them a flexible quarterback option for the future, either as a bridge or as a potential starter if Daniel Jones faces injuries or struggles. And let's not forget, Wilson's experience in comebacks and playoff scenarios is something that could benefit the Giants in close games, even if he's not the long-term answer. Having a veteran of his caliber on the roster can be a huge asset for mentoring younger players and providing leadership in critical moments. Plus, by trading Wilson for a future draft pick, the Giants are also creating cap space to sign other key players or to extend their core young talents. On the flip side, the Eagles view Wilson as a potential X-factor, a veteran presence who can help them push for another Super Bowl appearance. His experience in high-stakes games, coupled with his mobility and leadership, could be the difference maker in their Super Bowl push. The Eagles are already a strong team, and adding a veteran quarterback who has been through the playoff battles could give them that extra edge they need to finally get over the hump. Now, this whole situation also affects the betting odds and the overall landscape of the NFC. The Eagles' odds to win the NFC have already improved from around +1,500 to +800. And having a veteran like Wilson could further boost their chances in the eyes of oddsmakers. His mentorship role, similar to what Eli Manning provided during the Giants' Super Bowl runs in 2007 and 2011, could be a pivotal factor in their postseason success. Imagine Wilson guiding Hurts through the playoffs, helping him manage the pressure and stay calm in those crucial moments. That's a scenario that could swing the balance in their favor. When we look at the broader NFC picture, the Giants' focus remains on developing their young players, especially in the offense. They've made it clear that they're prioritizing the long-term rebuild, investing in players like Daniel Jones, and trying to build a more dynamic and explosive attack. The potential trade for Wilson fits into that vision, adding a veteran presence not just for this season but for seasons to come, as they aim to compete again in the future. And speaking of future plans, the Giants are also paying close attention to their draft strategies. They're eyeing the 2026 draft for that third-round pick from the Eagles, which could become a valuable asset in their rebuilding process. Draft picks at that stage can be critical for acquiring young talent, especially in a draft class that might be loaded with offensive and defensive prospects. The Giants' management seems to be focusing on building through the draft, while also considering strategic veteran moves like this potential Wilson trade. Looking ahead, The NFL trade deadline is always a time of high drama. And it's fascinating to see how teams are willing to make bold moves to either push for a playoff run or rebuild for the future. For the Giants, this could be one of those moments. An opportunity to acquire a veteran quarterback who can help stabilize the team, mentor the young players, and potentially be a part of their future plans. It's a delicate balancing act, but one that could pay off if executed correctly. Now, I want to emphasize that, as of now, these are just rumors and speculation. Nothing is official yet, but the signs point to a real possibility that the Giants are exploring these options seriously. The trade deadline is just around the corner, and we'll be watching closely to see how this develops. If it happens, it could be one of the most interesting moves of the season, dramatically altering the NFC landscape and giving the Giants a new tool in their quest to return to prominence. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. So, what do you think, Giants fans? Would you be excited about the idea of trading for Russell Wilson? Do you see him as the veteran leader who could help your team make a deep playoff run? Or do you believe the Giants should stick with their young core and keep building? Remember, the NFL is all about those strategic moves. And sometimes a bold trade can change everything. Wilson's experience, mobility, and leadership could be just what the Giants need to take that next step, especially if they want to compete in the tough NFC. And for the Eagles, adding a veteran like Wilson would be a clear statement. They're all in on trying to win now, and having that experienced mentor backing up Hurts could be the final piece that puts them over the top. It's a fascinating situation to watch unfold, and it's a reminder of how dynamic and unpredictable the NFL really is. Every week, new rumors, new moves, and new storylines emerge. And this one might just be one of the most intriguing of the season. As a Giants fan, you should be paying close attention to how this develops. The trade deadline could bring surprises. And if the Giants do pull the trigger, it could be the kind of move that propels them back into playoff contention or even gives them a shot at a deep postseason run. The NFC is wide open, and with some strategic decisions, the Giants could be right back in the mix sooner than we think. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Would you welcome Wilson in a Giants uniform? Do you believe this move would help them compete at a higher level? Or do you think they should stay patient and focus on their young players? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Giants news and analysis. Thanks for being here, and as always, let's keep the passion alive and keep supporting our team through every twist and turn of this exciting season.